Hey, what's up, you guys? Welcome back. Kaja here, Just Simply Sports. I hope you all are having a great, fantastic Tuesday. If you're new here, please like, subscribe. If you're not new, you've already been here. I appreciate your continued support. Now, let's get into some Golden State Warriors basketball. Golden State is one of my favorite teams. Also a Miami Heat fan, along with some others, but we're not going to get into that right now. We're going to keep it about the Warriors for right now because the rumor mill is heating up. Word on the street, well, according to Shams, is that the Warriors are looking to acquire a big star to star alongside, no pun intended, Steph and Draymond. But I wanted to play this clip from what Draymond had to say about Kaminga, and then we're going to get into it.
Steve is saying that he's going to experiment with having you, kind of run that second team again. You've done it before, and any adjustments, and how do you feel also physically after?
I felt great physically. Yeah, it's definitely an adjustment, just a group of bunch of different guys. So it's an adjustment.
Okay, I'm going to pause real quick. Truer words have not been spoken because if you think back to the off season, I was one who was very, very upset about the Warriors and what they did not do during the off season. I was like, Bob Myers would never. Who was this Dunleavy guy? Get him out of here! Like they definitely got a bunch of different guys, like people that no one was even really thinking about, and that's no disrespect to Buddy. No disrespect to Melton or Kyle Anderson, but no one was really thinking about acquiring those young men, Everybody was thinking about Paul George and people like that. So when he said that, it made me laugh.
Have to figure it out, but I'm up to it. I'm up for it.
Sounds like you were part of the decision-making process to, I guess, go to this. What's the rationale behind it?
Coach just called and asked me. He said it's something he was thinking about. And he wanted to know if I was okay with it. Of course I'm okay with it. I've been one of JK's biggest fans since he's been here. And so if he has an opportunity to start, you can't be hypocritical. And they're like, yo, we want him to start, but it'll be for you. And you can't be like, it's not for me. Like, that don't work. Like, I'm a fan of his. I want to see him do well. So if his opportunity goes through me, then it is what it is. That's his opportunity. And he earned the opportunity. So that's kind of how I view it. Yeah, so that was kind of my rationale. He played extremely well last night. We want to give that another look, or 2 or 3 or 4, or however long. If it works, then continue with it. Yeah. And so, yeah, that's kind of my rationale for me. I am a product of my vet being willing to take a back seat for me. So you got to give back what came to you. That's what this is about.
I mean, you termed.
I absolutely love that Draymond said that. I love his leadership. I feel like so much of the conversation surrounding Draymond specifically is always about, his on the court antics, if you want to call it that, um his aggressive behavior, but above or aside from that, the other side to it is that he's a great leader. He's a wonderful, wonderful leader, and there's no way that the Warriors win any of the championships that they won without him. He was definitely a crucial, crucial part to their success. So kudos to Draymond for being selfless. I feel like a lot of times you see or you hear, about stars, and them not want to take a back seat. What's going on with my voice, you guys? What's happening? I don't know what's going on. It's that time of year, I guess, right? I'm in New York, so the weather is like, it was super cold. Now it's like kind of warm again. It's like going back and forth and it's rainy. I don't know what's happening, you guys. But so excuse my voice if it kind of changes. You're like, the heck is going on with this video and this girl? I don't know what's happening with my voice, you guys, so bear with me. But back to Draymond. I love his leadership. Like I said, you don't get any championships that you have without him being on the court. He's a crucial part of their success. They win more with him than they do without him. I love what he said about Kaminga, and I know Shams is reporting that the Lakers, the Warriors are looking to acquire a potential big star. I think they have a star already. I think the star is Kaminga. I feel like if you leave Kaminga in the game, if you start him like he's been doing, and you continue to let him thrive to grow and evolve, you have not only you already have your potential star again because the word is looking to acquire a potential star, right? A potential big star. I think you already have it in Kaminga. I said a long time ago, like last year, like you saw his evolution, and I feel like he wasn't able to get the contract that he wanted. So the minutes have been a little bit weird this season, as pertains to Kaminga. But you absolutely have a young star in him. You see his growth. Like I said, you see his evolution. From when he first started till now, I feel like before he was a turnover machine. He was always fouling. Now I'm like, to me, he's what Andrew Wiggins was like a few years ago. Before he started having the issues with his family, and his dad recently passed away. So condolences and prayers for him and his family while they're going through this time. And then prior to him like being injured, some days he's there, some days he's not. I wouldn't say I would just get rid of him completely because you know what he can bring. You've seen him do it at a high level. But for me, when it comes to trades, there's two things to me, you guys, two sides. And let me know if you agree with me in the comments. It depends on what you're trying to do now or if you're thinking about the future. Those are the two sides of it. If you're thinking about the now, the name that's being thrown out, like it was thrown out last season, but according to reports, Rich Paul shut that down. LeBron James and Steph Curry. Those two, because they're both older, if you're trying to win now, then you absolutely are going to trade away and get LeBron or, get LeBron to your team, right? But to me, that's not smart. It's not smart, you guys. I know from a marketing standpoint, in terms of eyes on the game, what it would do for ticket sales, what it could do for, television and brokering new deals in the future and things like that. I get all of that because these two are the faces of the league. LeBron is the face. Steph is like right there behind him. I know we have the young up and coming stars, the SGAs, Ant Man's, JT, and so on and so forth. But until these two retire, it's always going to go back to LeBron and Steph Curry. There's no way around it. So, for the history books and to talk about this for years to come, having those two team up together, aside from the Olympics, to team up together on a team and contend for a championship, like I could even imagine what that would do, like what that would be like as a fan. I'm so excited for that, and I would love it if it did happen. But on the flip side of it, now my ownership hat is on, right, you guys. I don't own a team, but now my ownership hat is on. Hat is on. If I am Joe Lacob, in order to get a star like LeBron, I have to give up a lot in return. LeBron is at a point now where he's not doing this for anything other than playing with his son. That's first and foremost. So Bronny, I think, might have to come to the Warriors if LeBron is going there. That's number one. And then number two, aside from that, there's a championship, right? Because LeBron already has everything and then some. There's no other reason for him to be playing basketball aside from being with his son and winning the championship. There's no way around it. Steph also has made all kinds of money, broken all kinds of records. He just won his gold medal. LeBron has a few gold medals. I mean, there's not much left for these two men to even get in their careers at this point. There's not much left for them other than just getting a championship and adding to what they already have as far as rings is concerned. That's really all there is to it. So I could see a world where LeBron comes there for a lot less, not a lot less, but a little bit less than what he's used to getting to play alongside Steph and get that championship. You don't want to waste LeBron and Steph's good years. They're having some really, really good seasons and they are getting older. So you don't want to waste that. But you also don't want to, for me, as an owner, I don't want to give up all my young talent because when these guys leave and retire, then what the hell am I going to do? You don't want to, you haven't invested all this money into a franchise to then start back at the Washington Wizards level and rebuild all over again. I feel like the smart thing to do would be to find a way to bridge the gap between who's older, who's kind of in between, and who's younger To me, there's not a world where Kaminga goes. Kaminga should not go. I absolutely love that he's getting a chance to start. I feel like Draymond should not be coming off the bench. I get that Steve Kerr wants him to lead the second unit. I get that. That makes sense. I guess for them to have someone like Draymond out there, leading them, given everything that he brings to the table. But for me, Draymond should always be the starting lineup. Why? He doesn't need the ball. He's a facilitator. He knows what to do. He knows how to get guys open. He knows how to create plays. To me, Draymond should always be starting. Kaminga has earned the right to start. Steph is Steph. There's no reason that we're not going to have Steph ever not start unless he didn't want to or he's hurt, something like that. So Draymond, Kaminga, Steph, Andrew Wiggins, because Wiggins is obviously still valuable. And then the fifth person to me is interchangeable. You can kind of go different ways with that. I said the rookie, he's not a rookie anymore, but Brandon Pajemski, to me, I love what he brings. He's a dog. He's going to do whatever needs to be done to impact this team winning. That's taking charges, that's getting steals, that's forcing turnovers, that's rebounds, knocking down threes, whatever, assisting, whatever he needs to do, he's going to find a way to impact the game. And to me, someone like that who's so young and so hungry, you don't get rid of. My personal opinion, you just don't get rid of. Now, Moses, I love Moses. I call him Big Mo, you guys. I've been rooted for him since I saw him before he even got drafted. I've been following Moses in his career. I love the fact that I see him growing as well. I feel like what throws Moses off and why he's not bigger or you don't see him growing as much is because his rhythm is always thrown off. There are some games he doesn't play at all. Some games he plays 6 minutes, some games 9, other games 15, other games 20. I feel like I used to always say shooters shoot, but shooters also have to have a rhythm. And I feel like you throw the rhythm off when they don't really get a chance to shoot. You're kind of cold. You come in and then you play for like the first, I don't know, 8 minutes, and then you sit on the bench for the remainder of the game. You come at the last 3 minutes. Like those things to me are for me are why I think Moses is not more prevalent within this offense and this team. But I do love Moses. I wouldn't get rid of him either. He has too much potential for me to just completely get rid of him and just trade him away. So Kaminga is a no for me. Brandon Pajemski is a no for me. Moses is a no for me. It's a no for me. Buddy, I don't know about Buddy. The jury's still out. He's a little bit inconsistent. The Warriors came into the season hot. Like they weren't even using Steph that much. You know what I mean? They were still winning games. They kind of cooled down now. And Buddy was supposed to kind of come in and be the younger, more consistent Klay Thompson. And while he does have some awesome nights, most nights as of lately, he hasn't gotten past 13 points and messing up my parlay completely. So I know, um, you know what I mean. So for me, I don't know. I have to wait to see how he does the rest of the season. And Looney's not going anywhere. You know what I mean? I'm not getting rid of Looney. I'm just not, you guys. I think he's such an asset. I see he lost weight. I see he worked on his shooting. And GP2, no way. GP2 plays like he's 7'4". He's someone else. He's gonna do whatever else needs to be done. He doesn't care about having the spotlight. He's quiet, but when he comes in, you're gonna know that he's on a court. You're gonna feel his presence. So I love GP2. He's not gonna go away from me, you guys. I think that's named like half the team, right? I guess I'm not trading away anybody pretty much, you know what I mean? But no. So yeah, those young men, absolutely no, 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 no. They're not going anywhere from me. The ones I just specifically mentioned. Buddy, like I said, jury's still out. We'll see how he does the rest of the season. Another name being thrown out is Jimmy Butler. I love Jimmy Butler, you guys. I'm a Jimmy Butler fan, a Bam Adebayo fan. I'm a Coach Spo fan. I love what he does, what he's done with that culture in Miami. That he coached is real. They do what needs to be done, and they do it at a high level every single season with the quote unquote undrafted players that people, I guess, didn't want or didn't think they were good enough, however you want to word it. But Jimmy Butler to me, I believe that he actually lives in San Fran, like in the off season, is where his house is. Um, so to me, that makes a lot of sense. But what are you gonna get for in return for him? To me, I feel like Kaminga could thrive in Miami Heat situation, absolutely, alongside Bam, who's again like in the middle. He's not super young, but he's not old. He's like mid 20s, 26ish, 27ish, somewhere in there. So that makes sense to put him in that kind of environment with Coach Spo, who's a great coach, to put him alongside Bam, Tyler Hero, Jaime, Duncan Robinson, Kevin Love is the vet, you know. So I could see Kaminga thrive in that situation. But you're taking Jimmy Butler. Again, if you want to win now, I could say that would work because Jimmy is really hungry for a championship. He has yet to win one. I feel like once he wins, he'll probably retire. You might not even see him anymore. You know what I mean? Because he wants that. He wants that championship ring bad. And I feel like to have Jimmy Butler in there with playoff Jimmy, right? Playoff Jimmy, LeBron, Steph, or even without LeBron, to have playoff Jimmy there. He's such an alpha, though. I don't know how that would work with Draymond. That's the thing for me. Jimmy Butler is a very, very strong, dominant personality. Draymond is also an alpha personality. I don't know how that will work in terms of personality matches, but you know, Jimmy Butler wants to win. He is an asset. The thing that concerns me with Jimmy is that lately he hasn't been as healthy as he once was, you know, so that's the thing. You trade away your younger pieces for him to win now, and then you can't because you can't even contend or compete because he's injured and he's out and he's hurt. So then you're like, you do all that for nothing, you know what I mean? But I could see Jimmy Butler as a warrior. I could. I could see Jimmy going to the Sixers. You know what I mean? I could see that as well. You know what I mean? But then again, you really have Paul George, who's hurt sometimes. You have Joel Embiid, who's we're not gonna go about Joel Embiid. You know what I mean? So you add Jimmy in there. You bring somebody else there who's sometimes healthy, and then lately he's been struggling with it, whatever have you. So that may or may not work either. But you have to ask yourself, to me as an owner, how important is winning? Do I want to win now, like this year or next season, or am I okay with building for longevity? And I feel like longevity is the key to me because you don't want to put all these millions upon millions of dollars into a team and a franchise to only have it go back to rock bottom and have to rebuild it from the ground all the way up. You know what I mean? Like me personally, I would not want to do that. But man, the fan in me is absolutely like LeBron and Steph together. They will both have 5 rings at that point. I mean, who can top that, right? And who would not want to see it? The ticket sales are going to be insane. The money that they can make from playoff sales, from ticket sales with LeBron and Steph together, unheard of, unheard of, unheard of. So I don't know, you guys, but what do you think about Jimmy Butler coming to the Warriors, going to the Sixers, Kaminga going to Miami? What do you think about this whole swap? Do you like LeBron come in and team up with Steph? Or you like absolutely not? Let LeBron stay in LA, let Steph stay in the Bay. And who do you guys think would be a good fit for the Warriors? Who do you think the potential big star to pair alongside Steph and Draymond should be? Let me know in those comments, you guys. And of course, I'll see you in the next video with a better voice, hopefully.